everybody, welcome back. It's week 14 and it is the second week of 1 rep max testing. So same format as last week, continuing my quest for 5-pound PRs on lower body lifts and 2.5-pound PRs on upper body lifts. So we hit 335 here on the high bar squat, no problem. And moving on to the bench, I think this is actually an all-time heaviest bench because I do believe I've hit 250 way back in my youth, but I don't have any like data or log showing that kind of stuff. And you're about to get some live commentary because this was one of the worst lifts of all time.
Ugly.
Yeah, so during that lift, my left arm drifted forward and my right arm drifted back, so I was kind of twisting while I was trying to push that over my head. So yeah, that was pretty ugly, but I'll take it because it counts. And moving on to Sunday's workout, we got 380 on the squat, which moved pretty well on camera, I'd say. I'd say from my perspective, it was a little more difficult than it looked, but I'll take it nonetheless. And we got close grip bench of 227.5, which is actually fairly easy, I'd say, so quite pleased with that. And since I seem to have mastered the bench, my new nemesis lift is definitely the deadlift because my left hand, just the grip strength is just weak on certain days, which is odd. You'll see here the bar flies right up, but I just can't hang on to it at the top there, and it just was slipping out of my left hand. So got to keep working on that grip strength, and I think later in the week we'll take another attempt at that weight. And as usual, on Mondays, going for a front squat PR. We got 285 here on the bar, and we're also going for an incline PR, and we're working on 207.5 on this day, which I think moved quite well. You know, I can recall not so long ago where my incline max was something like 170. So moving it up this high has definitely coincided with some good upper chest development, which is not really shocking when you think about it. So we're actually moving into the time of year where I do some traveling, which messes up my weightlifting schedule. So I'm actually thinking next week I may continue the bench 1RM testing because I don't think I've quite hit my absolute 1RM on the bench yet. And then with all the other lifts, just build some decent volume, because one thing that all these 1RMs are telling me is what my percentages are, you know, because I could just build the percentages off my 1RM, and maybe I'll, you know, just build a program around doing a whole bunch of work at 80%, because that's usually a pretty good percentage to work with when you're trying to build strength. Now that was a much better OHP than the previous one, wouldn't you guys agree?
Homer, I have to go out to pick up something for dinner.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Sure, steak.
Oh yeah, time for steak. I got a chance to get my reward dinner in before the end of the workout week, which is a little different than usual, but that's okay, because now we're going to be combining steak power with hump day. So, you know things are going to go well on this day. And so we put 385 on the squat, and from my perspective, this actually moved a little better than the Sunday lift of 380. So yeah, steak power is real. And that's what I actually achieved one of my goals for the year, which was to improve my squat by 10%. So last year's heaviest squat was 350, so to add 10%, had to hit 385, which I did right there, which was excellent. I'll take it. But the real test of steak power is definitely coming next, because we got to go for redemption on the deadlift. So 390 is on the bar again, and this time I was like, man, you better hold on, and paused it at the top for an extra beat just to make sure I really had it. And so that's a good lift. I will take it. Yeah. And moving on to the final workout of the week, testing front squats and inclines again. 290 on the front squat, which I thought was pretty good. So it's really hard to breathe, man. I got to tell you, that's like terrible exercise. But it's awesome for your quads, so you got to do it right. And moving on to the final attempt of the week, 210 on the incline press. And this went pretty well, so only missed that one deadlift attempt across the entire 2 weeks. So yeah, I can't be too upset about that, right? All right, that's pretty much it. You guys take care. And it's time to update the 1 rep max data screens. What you're going to see across all of these is basically the same thing. Added a good amount of weight to my 1 rep max. However, my strength to body weight ratio on all of them has dipped a little bit. So that tends to indicate that I've added some decent non-contractile tissue, which is a fancy way of saying whale blubber. So there's potentially a diet coming in the semi-near future to try and get my strength to body weight ratio back up. And a quick update for this week's volume. Because of that missed deadlift, that has actually dropped my volume from last week, but you know, whatever. And the 2017 goals update screen, yeah, broke a lot of PRs this week. Got a little X for the squat and bench plus 10% because we did get the squat. 11K chin-up challenge, we're currently at 34.58. And 7 million pounds challenge, we're at 2.1 million. And last but not least, the diet data screen. And you've actually already seen the important data here. I'm just up about a quarter pound this week. So that's going to do it for this week, guys. You take care. I'll catch you next time. Bye.